Well, here we are back again. This is kind of a redo and something I didn't really anticipate on doing. Um, if you've been watching my videos for a while or you've gone through my previous stuff on the channel, you know that I have red logo Intercontinental that I've had for about a year and a half. And I recently just picked up a new one. Same maker. So this one was from FCLUBVK. I want to say I got this I want to say it was either the early part of 2022 or right at the end of 2021, but I'll have to double check that. But anyway, I bought that. He had that one on sale. I think it was 450 if I remember right. And I pointed out some inaccuracies and not necessarily flaws, but just things that weren't right with the belt the way it should be. And to his credit, I'll put his name right here so you guys know who to contact if you would like to get a belt. To his credit, he saw my video, probably had some feedback from some other customers. I don't think I'm that important, but I'm just saying that it was after I pointed it out that changes were made, and he's made some changes to make the belts better. And I reached out to him. I said, "Hey," I said, "if you don't mind," I said, "can I send this one back to you?" Because then he started, once he made the changes, he started showing a new version of the belt on his Facebook page, and I took notice that he had made some changes. So now I'm sitting here with one that has inaccurate snap boxes, tooling around the strap, and I'll get into all that. And I reached out and asked if he'd do more or less a swap. You send me a new belt, and I'll send you this one back. You can salvage the plates and put the plates on a new strap and resell it and make some money. He didn't want to do it. He said that it would cost too much to have it shipped back, and advised that I sell this one and then I can buy a new one directly from him. And I kind of soured on the idea of doing business with the guy just because of that, because I felt like in a small way I had made his belts more accurate, which made people maybe want to buy them. But he didn't want to do it, and I kind of swore it off. Okay, we're not gonna use this maker anymore. And then lo and behold, he shot me a message, and he shot me a few messages over the past year and a half. Um, he shot me a message asking me if I was interested in buying some belts. And previously, the answer was always no, partially because of the reason I just explained. The other part was I just didn't have money for belts, going through the house fire and such. And anyway, I asked him, I said, "Do you have a red logo Intercontinental ready to go?" And he goes, "Didn't you already buy one from me?" I said, "Yes, but I noticed that you've made them more accurate now, and I'd like one." So, and plus, it was $100 cheaper than what I paid for this one. So he kind of had me, and I went ahead and ordered one because he did not have one made up already. I had to order it, and he quoted me like 20 to 25 days, and he made it in 10, which shows me that, I guess his belt business has maybe slowed down just a tad, and now he's got more time to get caught up on orders. Um, so the history of this belt, it's made by Reggie Parks. The original one was. It was held by, let's see, Tito Santana, and then Randy Savage won it in February of '86 in the Boston Garden. Lost it famously at WrestleMania 3 to Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, and then Honky Tonk Man won it from Steamboat in June of '87. So the way the belt is supposed to be here, and I will grab it for you. Here's the original, and you can tell it's been through a fire. You can tell the red and blue paint here is kind of dingy and it's been charred. But the plates are still in excellent condition. There's no warping or anything like that. The strap is still pliable and flexible and whatever. But this is what I was talking about with the inaccuracies, was this clamshell tooling. The original belt never had that. And so that was one thing. Then also later era snap boxes were on this strap too. And I felt like, I should point out that these two things are wrong, and he made those changes. And his leather's always good. I mean, he's got good quality leather, good quality snaps. Let me turn this around here. See, the backing is nice and smooth. There's no No kinks or anything. Those wrinkles are just from it being on a belt stand. Um, but overall, very nice belt, and I was happy with it. The only fly in the ointment with that was the strap, and I had no intention of picking up a new one. But like I said, he threw me a hell of a bone here, and this one will be for sale. I think with the condition it's in, being that it's been through a house fire, I think it's ripe for the picking for. Oops, sorry. Um, for somebody to go and do a Brasso belt with it, and then possibly put it on some new leather. But let's get into the new one here, and you'll see the changes that he made. And when I took it out of the packaging, I was just shocked at how nice the leather is. It is soft, floppy leather. This reminds me of the Dome Globe that I had from X-Man. That level of soft. You can see that red is nice and vibrant on that one, and the blue. But great plating. No, uh, no plating issues that I can really see. I mean, you're gonna have, this is not an Orm SD or Orm HD belt, right, or a Classic Shields, but a lot of the issues that you see with very shallow etching or things like that is non-existent on this belt. But you can see the single beveled line that goes around the perimeter of the strap. That's the way it should be. And then he does the side plates with no curve, which is what they're supposed to have on this era belt, this edition of the belt. Um, later, later editions of the belt, the ones that you associate with like Bret Hart and Razor Ramon and Shawn Michaels, people like that, they did have curved side plates, and the side plates were different sizes. The one closer to the main plate was larger than the one next to it. And then this is more. I was told that it had no snap boxes on the back side of the belt. Have no way to confirm that because I cannot get a good quality picture of the belt. Whenever Savage had it, he always had the back side of the belt tucked against his body, so all you saw was the main plate. And I've tried to get photos and God, you name it, video clips of WrestleMania 3, maybe when Steamboat was handed the belt, you'd see something. Cannot see. So what I can tell you for sure is that it's a very minimal strap and no logo plate that says Intercontinental on this one because the original didn't have it. And then there's your other snap box with your 2x5 female snaps. Really nice black leather backing. And I'll flip it over so you can see more of the backing. And it does not appear to be vinyl. I want to believe that this is leather. It looks different from the backing that was on my stacked Big Eagle and some of the other bootleg belts that I've had. But all in all, and I'll highlight the floppiness here. All in all, I like it. Very nice belt. He did make one other change that I noticed. This little star on the main plate is different on the newer one than on my older one. And I don't know which one is more accurate. I have tried to reach out to Conrad Thompson via Instagram because he owns the original Brasso. He owns that and the original Crumb Rhine and some other cool belts that were ring used. But this was something I've been trying to get him to put more pictures of the Brasso belt up, and it's fallen on deaf ears. So if anybody knows Conrad and has a way to get him to take some photos of one of his belts so he could help people like me that review them and people that make them do a better, more accurate job. But yeah, this was the Brasso belt before Randy took Brasso to it. And the first promo I've seen of Randy after he's won the belt was he won it on the 8th. And the first promo that I found was the 26th. And it had already been done. So I'm assuming he won it and thought he was going to polish it up and make it look nice for TV, and he ruined it. So the curve is deeper on the new one as opposed to the old one. I will put a photo up momentarily. I'll put a photo up right here against the glass of my fireplace to give it some contrast. took a photo from a few feet away and to highlight the curve. And then I'll show you guys what I was talking about. See how that's different? It's a very minimal thing, but it's something that I noticed that he had changed the stars, if you want to call them that, on the main plate. Is that one? And there's that one. They are slightly different. So if anybody knows for sure which one is more accurate, comment below, because I'm having a tough time getting accurate photos and everything. And if you hear anything in the background, I apologize. It is raining outside. It's just started raining right after midnight on what would be July 5th. So it got the people that were shooting off fireworks to go inside the house pretty early. But yeah, FCLUBVK does good work. He shipped it out. It was at my door within 7 days. I'm thinking about buying another belt from him simply for a gift. I got a buddy of mine that has a birthday in December and mentioned to me there's one belt, and this is without him knowing how many of these I have and that I have the channel and all that sort of stuff. There was one belt that he was interested in buying that he would actually spend money on. And I think I'm going to gift him that. His birthday is Christmas Eve, so I can do a 2-for-1 on that deal. There is at least one more belt coming. Here we go. Let me adjust you. There you go. There's at least one more belt coming. I just ordered it on the 4th of July. And like I said, this one down here, the previous one, the older one, will be for sale. I'll ask $350 for it. Obviously, that's negotiable. I'll accept less. But I'm trying to recoup the money that I spent on the new one. So anyway, guys, if you're interested in buying it, 3 ways you can get in contact with me. Number 1 would be Facebook. Search for the belt restoning service, Family Jewels Championship Belt Restoning. Number 2 would be Instagram, mr.cynical.belts. And number 3 would be familyjewelsbelts@yahoo.com. That's the email. If you're interested in this, we'll do PayPal. No, sorry, not this one. This one. If you're interested in this one, we'll do PayPal, and I'll get this thing boxed up and sent to you. Until then, guys, I'll see you later.